If we were to take electricity, everyone is familiar with it, the force that powers our electronic gadgets. As we know, electricity occurs through nature and takes many different forms. For me, electricity is one of the best analogies in relation to life force and the fabric of reality. In past, gold and clay have been used to analogize. I feel a more modern interpretation is relevant. Our realm, electromagnetic. This video's aim is to show you that you are that very life force. Imagine a house, a home, where all appliances are powered by electricity. If we take the kitchen for example, there may be a kettle, a toaster, a microwave, a fridge, a cooker, just to name a few. The electricity is originally pure and unattached until it reaches an appliance. When it reaches an appliance, it enters it. The electricity becomes that object and associates with that object, not remembering what it previously was because it had no medium to remember. It was essentially nothingness. It had no label. It just was until it entered the object. Upon entering the object and having a medium to work through, it becomes that object and forgets itself. Remember, the same electricity is running through the kettle, the toaster, the microwave, the fridge, the cooker, but they all seem separate. And on one hand they are, but ultimately, the electricity is none of these objects. They are but mediums to work through. It's a paradox, as the electricity is all and everything, but also nothing. However, it cannot know itself as everything. Whilst being energy, there is no medium to know this through. And the paradox, when in the object, it cannot know itself as everything, as the electricity. In our case, life force, as it identifies with the appliance. Now let's replace all I have said about electricity with life force and the appliance with animate and inanimate objects. For example, ourselves. It's a perfect equation for one to never know what they truly are, like a game of hide and seek. Is the energy you have no medium to know through, even less in ways as an inanimate object, as you are now contained in a unit, but still has no medium to know as such. Finally, the animate object, like the human, which is working through the medium of the body, like the kettle, but by working through that medium, it identifies with its medium. So like the energy running through the kettle, identifying with the kettle, the life force runs through ourselves and we identify as the body. It forgets itself, but still has hope, as for a short period it can experience its whole. In energy, this would be similar to an energy surge, or maybe the blowing of a fuse. In such objects as the kettle, it would allow, just for a short moment, the kettle to experience itself in its true entirety. Mostly this will be at death, but often happens through trauma, or in high pressure, or through hard work. We can call this enlightenment, losing the identification of the personality and body, remembering what they are, life force, which is ultimately God. The life force which people call God runs through all things, everything, inanimate, animate. In ancient times, it would have been described as, imagine the realm as clay or gold, and that the gold is one, which is melted and moulded down into many necklaces, rings, cups, plates, ornaments, many appearances. Same with clay. It can be made into many different things, pots and cups, so forth, but still remembering it is but clay, or it is but gold. And if you were to melt all that gold down, it would lose its appearance, shape and form and become pure and fluid once again, now being able to be shaped into anything yet again. All analogies seem to lack in some way. The modern analogy I've just given with the kitchen, which ultimately doesn't incorporate everything. A better example may be the game or TV show which has often been used. All the images on the TV seem different. All the characters, all the objects, all the different shows, the vast colours, much variety. But the truth is they are but pixels on a screen. Nothing is separate, although it seems that way. It is but an illusion. In a game such as GTA, open world, a huge world to explore, many places, characters, objects and quests, but ultimately again it is but pixels, energy running around a screen. The energy of the character and the energy of the building and the energy of the objects are all one, seemingly different in appearance. No different, only the illusion of difference. Now this for me is the highest of highest teachings. It's more than just understanding, and many wish to seek, and to seek is to know, not just understand. To experience. Books just make you more hungry. Those that are seeking and those that have found, one thing is the same. All the books must be left behind, and go inside you must. For those seeking they must find. For those that have seeked and found tend to enjoy the beauties of life. You are not the body, you are life force, and life force is in every single thing. Previously you may have saw a video where I compare the house to the human. Now in regards to everything I've said about electricity, again imagine you are the house. You must try to focus your energy in the right places. If you imagine a house with all the lights on in every single room, the energy is running sporadically. The energy is essentially being wasted. The mind and the human body is very much like this. We must essentially turn the lights off in certain areas, stop giving our attention and our focus, letting our thoughts run wild. Essentially, we need to shift all the energy into one place, the heart. So just like the appliances of the kitchen, there are many where the energy is spread, where the life force is spread, just like in our realm. The same as the human body, our energy is spread in different rooms, avenues within the human body. To be able to focus fully is to conserve and use the energy in the right way. Turn off the lights in the rooms which are not appropriate, which are doing you no good, and focus that energy in a more central place which can do you good. Love and light to all.